They called me brother, then sharpened their knives behind my back. I bled for you. I starved for you. I wore chains so you could sleep easy, and still you fed on my weakness. Do you know what it feels like to trust a hand, only to feel it drive steel into your ribs? It is not loud, it does not roar, it whispers. A quiet murder done with a smile, a prayer said backward, a light snuffed out in the dark. You cheered while I fell. You clapped as I cracked. You feasted on my ruin. I was a boy, and you buried me alive. I remember the earth pressing down. I remember the weight of silence heavier than stone. I remember the taste of iron and dirt filling my mouth, and in that suffocating darkness, I felt something stir. That was the night the boy died, and the monster opened its eyes. I wanted to forgive. I wanted to remain human. I told myself mercy was strength, that kindness was not weakness, that holding back was noble. I whispered to gods who never answered. I waited for justice to fall like rain, but the skies stayed silent, the heavens turned away, and in that silence, the scars began to speak. They spoke louder than the hymns, louder than the sermons, louder than any promise you made. And what did they whisper? That mercy is weakness. That mercy is death. That mercy is nothing but a chain ornamented, polished, slipped around my throat so I could kneel prettily while you drank my blood. I tried to silence the voices. I buried my kindness in a shallow grave. I laid stones over it like a mourner, swearing I would come back to dig it up. But I never did. I walked away, half hoping someone would notice the hollow in my chest, half praying someone would reach inside and fill it. They didn't. They never noticed. They never cared. So I asked myself, why cling to light when the darkness answers back? Why beg for love from mouths that drip venom? Why keep a soft heart when the world delights in knives? You forced me to choose between pain and survival. You thought I would stay small, stay broken, stay silent. But desperation births something new. The man who clings to light is devoured by it. The one who takes the dark into his bones becomes untouchable. It was never my kindness you loved. It was my silence. You admired how I bowed. You praised how I swallowed rage and called it humility. You cherished the cage, not the creature inside. You worshipped my restraint, not my strength. But cages rust, locks break. Silence doesn't last forever. Silence turns to thunder. When I broke, you thought I would stay broken. You thought my collapse was final, that the grave you dug was deep enough to erase me. But ruins are fertile soil. Do you know what happens when you bury a seed? It does not vanish, it roots. It claws upward through dirt and stone, and when the sun refuses it light, it drinks from the dark. From the ashes of my grave, I learned the truth you hid. Suffering is not the end. Suffering is the forge. Every wound a hammer, every scream a flame. Every night of silence a whetstone grinding me sharper. Every wound became a weapon. Every scar became a crown. Every tear became mortar in the fortress of my will. You called me monster. You spat it like an insult. But a monster does not wither. A monster does not beg. And so I embraced the monster, not with fear, not with shame, but with hunger, with reverence, with both arms open. Because the monster was never my enemy. The monster was me. And for the first time I understood. This was never a curse. This was my ascension. Rage is fire, beautiful, blinding, addictive, but fire burns out. It eats itself until nothing remains but smoke. I burned once. I raged once. I let the flames devour me, and for a heartbeat I thought that was power. But rage is a child's weapon. Loud, wild, gone too soon. I chose steel instead, unyielding, patient, eternal. Steel doesn't scream, steel doesn't beg for air. Steel waits, cold, sharp, certain. They think power is noise. They think it's the cheers of a crowd, the clatter of coins on marble floors, the hollow weight of crowns slipping from father to son. But I have seen the truth. Power is silence. Power is the pause before the blade falls. Power is the stillness before the storm tears the sky apart. Power is the calm of the executioner who does not blink. Silence is not surrender. Silence is strategy. While you celebrated your false victories, I studied your mistakes. While you drank your wine, I counted every crack in your throne. While you slept, I sharpened my edges in the dark. You saw nothing. You thought I was gone. But storms do not announce themselves politely. Steel does not shout before it cuts. You looked at me and saw nothing but ashes. But ashes hide embers, and embers, given time, become infernos. In the quiet, I became the storm you never saw coming. I no longer beg for thrones. I build them from bone and fire. Do you hear me? I do not kneel at the doors you locked. I smash them. I carve my own halls where your banners once flew. The kingdom you denied me I built with my own hands. The mortar is blood. The bricks are scars. The pillars are made from every betrayal you left lodged in my back. Every insult became stone. Every humiliation, steel. Every laugh at my fall, fire for the furnace. Do you hear it now? The roar beneath my chest, the engine of my rise, forged from the ruins you thought would bury me. You thought your words could chain me. Monster, beast, outcast. Say it again. Say it until your throat bleeds. Say it until your lungs collapse. Because those names are mine now. They are carved into me like runes. They are banners on my battlefield. They are fuel, not fire. They are crowns, not chains. Let them tremble. Let them pray. Let them choke on the silence they gave me. You see, I do not chase applause. I do not hunger for your recognition. Applause fades, coins scatter, crowns rust. But discipline endures. I am not the boy you buried. I am not the echo you mocked. I am the shadow stretched across your walls. I am the silence you fear when the torches go out. I am the proof that fire does not destroy, it purifies. I was not made to kneel. I was made to reign. They turned me into a monster, but monsters do not bow. Monsters do not beg. Monsters do not wait for mercy that never comes. I stand crowned in the ruins you left, draped in fire and shadow. The crown you denied me I forged from the wreckage. It does not glitter. It does not shine. It bleeds. It burns. It weighs more than your entire lineage. Your names, your legacies, your laughter, they fade like ash on the wind. But mine will thunder through eternity. This is not grief. Do not mistake my calm for mourning. The boy you killed is gone. His tears watered the soil. His bones became the foundation. His silence became the seed. And the seed has grown into something you cannot uproot. I was broken. I was buried. I was betrayed. But the broken rise sharper. The buried rise taller. The betrayed rise ruthless. You ended nothing. You built everything you now fear. You crowned me with cruelty, and I wear it like iron. You forged me in pain, and I stride with fire in my chest. You thought I would crawl. Now I command armies of shadows. I am not your brother, not your servant, not the silence you once mistook for weakness. I am the king you swore would never exist, the ruler carved from your treachery. The monster you feared in whispers now speaks in thunder. And when my words fade, when the storm exhausts itself, when the fires sink into embers, only silence will remain. Your silence, my silence, a silence that is not peace, but dominion. Remember it well, for that silence will echo my reign forever.